motion deform tools. Here we have a simple walk cycle multiplied by itself in the mixer to continually go forward. What we're going to do is take this motion and spatially deform it. Here inside the character toolbar is biped deform motion. Automatically it comes with the left foot, right foot and upper body already tagged, but you can do this individually per character. What it does now is give me a whole load of control curves. I can play around with the central position with a simple slider. I can do things like move the central rotation, left foot rotation, position, right foot. So now, as you can see, we've got some ability with just these simple sliders to start to deform the motion. But more than that, we can physically pick up the actual points themselves. So if I were to grab a point here, as he starts to move through, it will go, there we go. The curve length is always going to stay fixed. So what we can do is a little trick, is to do things like grab the skeleton from this curve and create a chain for it. So let's just say have about 20 joints inside there. Grab my curves themselves and go into here and envelope, set envelope, and pick the newly created chain. Anything can be enveloped inside XSI, any geometry type. What I do is grab an individual bone over here. If I just go into my objects, there's my bone. I will actually just branch select from over there and select the child nodes. So now that the curves are being enveloped, I can physically move these through space. So if I move it, say, somewhere along there. Now have a look at his feet. They will actually, because the curve lengths are staying fixed, they will change the animation so we stop foot slipping. A very quick, very powerful tool to stop a common problem. If I go in here and grab my chain, simply delete it, construction history is gone, so now we go back to the original curves. Inside here we also have a grid. What I do is grab my curves themselves and simply tag all these points and go to deform and shrink wrap. Shrink wrap these straight onto my grid. I actually want it to be parallel to the y-axis, just going to reverse them down. I'm going to grab the top curve of the track rig, here we go, and move it up, something like this, just so we have this ability here. There we go. So what I can do is start to manipulate the surface environment. So as it goes through here, I can manipulate this by, if I turn on proportional modeling, start to pick him up, pick him down. So I'm creating and deforming the terrain with which he will start to walk. So there we go, deforming the terrain. I can do something crazy like take the grid, get a primitive, let's go and get a control object like a wave. This has been deformed. I'll actually do something else here, add another level of subdivisions. So there we go. Taking this, we can stop foot slipping, spatially deform any type of motion. Here we go, we're shrink wrapping the curves to this.